Okay, God is really testing me on this live tonight. So originally, I'm sorry for the fact that I put the wrong date, so I had a start time of tomorrow. So that was my bad on that one. So I had to cancel that live, and I think there's some type of weird issue where there's another live chat going on right now, and those people are trapped there. So if anybody could wrangle those people over here, that'd be great. So then I reset the live, and you have to reset the links and everything. So I just went live again with Sherelle, and the clock went down. So I go into the whole spiel about computers and all that stuff, and then I'm like, we're not even live. I hit the clock, and then I forgot to hit the go live button. So with all that being said, welcome. Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. And I was just live about this, talking about the show, and not 5 minutes later does this drop that Dimitri filed for divorce now against Chrissie. And I think everybody's asking the question right now, well, who's he married to? Because from what my knowledge of the situation was, he wasn't married to any of them.
John, what's that noise on your mic? It's picking something up.
Oh, it's my wind probably. Hold on, it's windy. I didn't think he was married to anybody, nor to anybody else. So I'm wondering if he did get married to Chrissie because, she needed to get here. Would that have been an easier route?
Yeah, I read this article saying that he's not married to Ashley. He was married before to a previous wife. I can't pronounce her name. And so he's legally not married, but that he legally married Chrissie to get her into the country.
Well, so I could read the article. Let me read it. TMZ wrote it. Let's see, where'd it go? All right, so I posted it on my Instagram, but it says, Seeking Sister Wife star Dimitri Snowden is divorcing his third wife. Another chapter in what's been a problematic last few weeks between the two, which included accusations of domestic issues. Dimitri filed for divorce from Chrissie Peterson Tuesday in Los Angeles. The two do not have any children together. Dimitri's divorce filing comes on the heels of Chrissie's attempt at getting an RO against him, claiming he was physically and other things during their relationship over the last year. We know what Chrissie alleged, and what we talked about with Ari. I'm just trying to read because, YouTube has their trigger words. So, we would have to, all right. So TMZ broke the story. Dimitri and Chrissie were in court last month for the hearing on the matter, but a judge tossed out the case. We all know how that happened. Chrissie came to the United States from South Africa to be courted as Dimitri's third wife on the reality show, but that was then, and now he's calling it quits. So, you have to file for divorce. You have to be legally married
right.
to someone, right?
Exactly. They said he was married previously to another woman. I think he got married in 2011. And then let me go back and read the article. This is what this article says. Dimitri's no stranger to marriage. Prior to meeting Ashley, he was married to a woman named, I cannot pronounce.
I know the name you're talking about, and it's impossible to.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's Musawenkosi. That's the first name. Anyway, he was married to her. Dimitri and that lady was married until 2011 when he officially filed for divorce. So he's been single since 2011. And that's when he must have married Chrissie to bring her.
Well, yeah, Chrissie just happened, so it would have to have been like within the last year.
But don't you think that's weird? He's not married to Ashley.
Well, why would his first wife be? You know what? It's not.
Well, usually they marry the first wife.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
It is weird that Ashley never insised on that, though. Seeing how we know how Ashley.
Did Cody say, but she's crazy?
I would.
All of them are crazy.
Yeah.
But I would think that Ashley probably would have pushed for that. But then, she's all in nature and in tune. So I don't know. Maybe that's something that's not in her wheelhouse.
Well, I have a bigger question. I don't care. Okay, so obviously he's married to Chrissie, or there wouldn't be a legal divorce. But do you think this is happening because of you? Oh my God. Your great investigation. That's what you're supposed to do as a blogger. Your good work. Do you think it was too much spotlight?
I don't know. I would love to say yes and how and yeah,
Yeah.
I would I would love to say it, but I think it's been a long time coming, and they were able to get out of certain things. They got I feel like they got a lot of tries, like the Duggars did, in a sense. They're kind of both creepy-esque families to me in a way. Like they kind of just their way of
John, I have to give credit where credit's due. Now let's just be real, okay? They were doing their dirt in the dark. Even with Chrissie filing a restraining order, can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
All of that, it was okay, another breakup, just like Vanessa. Until you brought one of the victims on the show and actually heard her story, you got a response from Ashley. Okay. That was straight up because of your good investigating team, whatever you call it. What did you call it? Your investigating work.
The Action Yates news team.
Yeah. And now from a divorce to this, from her speaking on it, because you know how arrogant Ashley can get, and now a divorce. This is not a coincidence. Because now,
I just find it odd that it's him divorcing. I don't think anybody knew. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the divorce. I'm is there some type of weird law where if you were married spiritually, you can get it's I don't know. What if they did have some type of paperwork drawn up, in case they did break up? Would that be considered? I don't know. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around that. But the only thing I think of is that it would probably be easier for Chrissie to get here, if they were married. But at the same time, it all kind of happened so fast because they were saying that Chrissie had moved in. Was it the day before the airports closed back in April?
Mm-hmm.
And that was just barely a year ago. So a lot would have had to have happened.
I think they rushed the marriage to get her over here because also they knew that they had to tape a show. That's what I'm thinking.
It definitely probably. Look at the guy Garrick and Danielle. They got divorced, so Garrick could get Roberta over. I just like saying their names weird, but I don't know. But if they're divorced, I guess they got divorced, and that would make sense. I guess him trying to file first against her because he don't want her, having nothing.
Yeah, but isn't she already? Did she already go back to South Africa?
All I know is that all three of them, from what Ari said, are in hiding, in some way.
Chrissie too.
All three of them. She said all three, include I would think there would be Vanessa. I think Taylor's in Mexico. Chrissie, I believe she's in South Africa. That's where I would think she'd go, but I don't know. But that's what Ari had said. I don't know. That was a week ago, so who knows?
Well, it is what it is. But now that it's out in the open, do you think they can get a new bride? Now that everyone knows that he's a madman? I don't think so.
They haven't had any problems finding them either. You know what I mean? I don't think that they'll have any issues. And don't forget, a lot of people who follow the show aren't on YouTube or don't,
That's true. Yeah.
Look at Instagram people and follow, bloggers and news sites and all that stuff. But oh, look, you're on TV. You're great. Hi.
Yeah.
It's I want to move in and be in your family. You guys look super cool.
Don't forget that part. The whole thing is quite bizarre. But here's the thing. He's divorcing Chrissie, but he needs to get rid of Ashley. That relationship needs to break up.
I don't think that they're ever
I was gonna say, I think they're together for. She's gonna put up with any and everything, isn't she?
they're like Bonnie and Clyde to me. Like that's how I like see them. Like just
Yeah.
I don't ever see them, splitting up unless like something happens to like, something drastic has to happen where she's like, I'm not going down on this sinking ship, or something like that. Or whatever. But I don't see, Ashley put some time into this now, and she's like, she got her war scars, so she wants to walk away a winner.
Something so wrong with her. It's not even funny. Like she's just
I
got
think she needs to wear like another bindi, and maybe she needs like a fourth inner eye. Maybe just like get the backup bindi, just see what's up. I don't know, but I could totally see Ashley being. You got to divorce. You got to divorce her ass now. You make sure.
Yeah,
because that's their money.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it went down. And he'll be back on the prowl. I don't think this is going to stop him. Someone in the chat said that him being on TV is going to have women lining up because there's always some, you ever seen women that write letters to men in prison?
Look at all the girls that fawned over Colt.
I know. All 500 pounds of them. Have you seen?
If that doesn't scream like there's somebody for everybody.
Yeah.
Colt from 90 Day, not Colton from this disaster of a show. Both disasters of a show, but just different ones.
Well, look, have you seen all the weight Colt lost recently?
Good for him. It's good that he's healthy.
Huh?
Good that he's healthy.
Yeah. He still looks what that person said, Risa. He still looks, he's just made for Vanessa. We'll put it that way.
Let's see. They got engaged a while ago. I don't think they're married yet, but we'll see. How long.
So how many more episodes, John?
Until when?
Of Seeking Sister Wives.
I think this was 8. I think there's only 10. So not many. But I could be wrong, or maybe they added. I don't know. But I think only like a few. So we're running out of time. And, with all that time, Lord knows what's going to happen next with the Snowdens.
They might come back for season 3. Ashley's kind of arrogant.
This is season 3. They'll be on season 4.
They'll be back for season 4 then. Wow. How many seasons did Vanessa last?
1.
Oh, wow. Really?
That's usually the rate. That's the going rate.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them haven't even made like, like a couple episodes. Some of them they just meet and they're like, okay, bye, But
people are saying really mean things about him in the cult. In the chat, they're saying he's not that good looking.
Who?
Dimitri.
Oh, wow.
I think he looks different now that we know he's like some kind of nut job.
I don't find him quite as beguiling as I used to. I know that much from hearing everything. But I think that's it, right? What did you think of? What did you watch? Did you see when we were talking about this on the last live? But they showed on last night's episode, like the fallout, how Taylor left the show, like the family last night. It was really good. And then
no, I didn't watch it. Do they show her leaving?
Well, it's like mid-COVID, so they're all of a sudden like before COVID, everyone's happy. They're playing with the kids and making food and smiles, and then like they go like 3 weeks later, you see like Chrissie and Sarah like on the side of a fence, like just like picking up dirt and like just throwing it at each other, like just upset. And then you see like Ashley and Dimitri on the other side, like
in the basement,
just like I don't know how happy they'd say if they asked how much they loved it here, like it was crazy. And then another 2 weeks after that, Taylor said that she was going to go see her mom in Houston and never came back. Then And on this
Oh.
episode, they caught up after COVID, and they tried to video talk Taylor. Thank God I got it right that time. I was really hoping I wasn't going to screw it up again. Taylor was pretty much, I'm out. She was like, I'm making good money. I'm working, because Dimitri's like, when are you coming back? And she's like, not a good time, and there was obviously something up between her and Ashley. Everybody said it.
I think Ashley's more twisted than Dimitri.
I would think that, I don't know. I think they kind of both deserve each other, and they're both just as guilty. And they definitely,
They're wrong.
I don't know. I just feel like there's a whole lot more. We just like,
I know.
the first surface, and that's like one of them Russian nesting dolls. You just like one doll, and then you open up one doll, there's another doll there. You're like, you're like,
Yeah.
and like
this is the last one, and then a tiny.
that's what I feel like this whole thing is, like a Russian nesting doll. That's pretty much it.
Well, that's good. Hey, they need to let their story out, and boom, boom. What better place to do it than here with the two best?
Yvonne, his comment. My God.
What did they say?
It's Ashley. Ashley's the one with the Y eye.
That's so well, maybe because she's like really serious about it. Oh my God.
Oh my God, you guys are the best. But yeah, so that's about it. I'd like to know more about the marriage and if there really was a marriage. I'm guessing there was, but like I want to know more.
It's time for you, John, right now to just call Dimitri. You need to just
He'd
call
be
him.
like, no, fool, I'm not talking to your ass.
I know. You just need to call and be like, what's your side of the story?
Dimitri's going to be like, let me get your address and your social security number real quick before I... Like, I have things, okay? Like, no.
I think you should call him.
There's a reason why these girls are like in other countries, like not.
You're not scared of them. They are. You're not. Are you scared of them?
I don't know.
You should take a vote. Ask your chat. Do you want them? They want you to reach out to Dimitri? He would. That would be too much. He would not take your calls. Never mind.
So they're saying he would manipulate me. For that reason alone, I cannot.
Someone said, "Hell no, don't call him." Maybe that's
then Ashley will come on with like 13 syllabled words, like all like in like or whatever, like that, just like eating grapes, to like shame me,
yeah,
like experience shaming, and she's like, and then she'll be ha ha ha. And then she'll walk off, and then like her bindi will keep getting bigger as she's yelling at me.
Someone said he would try to make you a wife because he's in the market for a new one. So that went to hell. So listen, there were two girls in the house. I didn't watch the show. Whatever happened to the other girl?
Well, Taylor was the one that took off today, and then Chrissie was the one that moved to South Africa. So at that time she had stayed. And she's there with her kids now. That answer that? Like, it was that the two of them?
Yeah, that's
and you and Vanessa, who was the season before, and then they got spiritually married. And then, like, as soon as cameras ended, like, she was out, gone. And they were like, oh, it just didn't work out with Vanessa. Like, another one got away, we'll just,
Really?
We're perfect. We're just going to put that into our little recipe book of like how not to scare somebody away violently, and hopefully the next batch comes out better. So 200 times the charm. We'll get it right. They're very aware, and they're woke. So it should be any day now.
That's how she acts all the time. She is so annoying. I don't know what it is. Ashley drives me crazy. He does too, but she really gets, it's under my skin.
I wouldn't last like if I was trying to give like they had like a cocktail party and like I was a guest and like I just heard them like out of the corner of my ear and I'd be like, listen to these two motherfuckers, you know, like and like I wouldn't be able to make it.
Me either.
Like,
I don't think I could stay on the diet long enough. I wouldn't walk around the house naked. That freaks me out.
Like make you like take your shoes off and like test you for like your pH balance. Like they probably make you squat at the door over like spot 15.
Yeah,
So
I couldn't hang.
And then
I couldn't clean.
You're not serving no meat at their party, so that's already
no meat. Yeah, no meat. And then I couldn't do all the dishes when they were done, when the party was done. I just couldn't be a wife.
Ashley's like, oh, hi, you missed a spot. Like I could see.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
while she's like trying on her new bindi, club from like she gets like a new bindi a month club. She's got her newest one in. She's like so enlightened. Like we're all really lucky to like know her and to be exposed to her, what she gives out. Because
someone said, "Is polyamorous illegal?" Is it? I don't think so.
I think they're more polyamorous than polygamous.
There's a difference.
Oh well, yeah, because polyamory is like just like the guy can have a couple of wives. Those couple of wives can have another husband and another boyfriend, and it's just a whole free for all. You're probably asking the wrong guy. It's just like anything goes.
There's rules to this. In different ways.
Very good ones, because like for what I've seen, it just never works out good at all. There was a show on Showtime. I don't know if everybody ever saw it. Like, God, a long time, like 10 years ago. It was called Polyamory or Polyamorous, and it was on for 2 seasons. Let me tell you, that was the most fucked up TV show I'd ever watched in my whole entire life.
It was actually fun.
Like, and then I'm like, is this really? Like, I was like, no, and then they made a second season, and I'm like, oh my God, that wasn't a joke. And then like they canceled it. It was the weirdest. I mean, if you have Showtime.
Well, no, listen.
You're welcome in advance. When you got nothing to watch and you need just the craziest shit you've ever seen, go to Showtime on demand and look for polyamorous or polyamory, and you're welcome.
That does not attract me. But the other day, Jada Pinkett Smith's daughter, Willow, went on and said that she wants to live. Did you hear this? The polyamorous lifestyle.
No, listen. There's something.
I said what?
I don't have a traditional lifestyle. So listen, I get that.
John, you understand polyamory, whatever it's called?
I know that it's different. Hold on. I think. Well, now I have a definition. Hold on. I love the Action Yates news team coming in with the quick facts. So, polyamory is the act of having an intimate relationship with more than one person at the same time. However, polygamy exclusively describes relationships where people are married. Oh Lord, polyandry, is that polyandry? Am I saying that right? Polyandry and polygyny are both forms of polygamy. In other words, they involve marriage too.
Well, are Will and Jada polygamous? This is crazy. I mean, do they fall in that category?
Well, like, there's a listen. You know what they say about the people in Hollywood, right? So, hey, everybody in Hollywood, in case you're watching, hi.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm not going to say it's crazy. We don't want to disrespect anyone's lifestyle, but I'm going to warn Cody. Seems like John, is open to it.
Well, listen, if it's this, then no. But if it's Hollywood, then no. But
it's crazy. Maybe Will and Jada are polygamous. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure they would have very interesting cocktail parties if they.
Because you hear it like they have affairs, right? They get to do what they want with other people.
Well, it's. I don't know. It's Cody's like, it's fine for him. See, he's already on board. We're good.
As long during that time, I can just take a vacation.
I know the Snowden are looking for somebody right now in case you're
I think
interested.
you always wanted to go to California, so there you go. There you go, Trevor.
It's crazy.
And you're welcome.
But I've been to California.
But you want to go back there, so there you go. There's your free trip.
Have you been to California, John?
No, I've been. We were just saying like we wanted to go. I'm like, it's been a bit, so I wanted. We were talking about that the other night.
Well, there you go. There's your trip.
So maybe listen, but like I can't do.
You got a free place to stay.
I can't.
You can travel very light.
I cannot give up meat.
Yeah, but you can travel very light.
That would be the first thing.
Just
And
like a shirt and a shorts.
I don't think I could match Ashley's pH. I don't think that is going to be, and I don't know if I can personally wait that long to not be intimate with Dimitri. Like I would blow from the inside out. Just like I would just like I couldn't handle.
Did they say that Dimitri was there? Did they all sleep with each other? Did she mention that?
What, Ari?
Yeah.
Well, she was saying when she was a sister wife that they all slept in one bed, like a king size bed. But if I recall correctly, and don't hang me if I'm wrong, I think she said at first the four of them being Dimitri, Ashley, Taylor and Chrissie. I think she said at first they all slept in a big bed, but then they eventually got their own rooms, if I'm correct in what she said.
So no group intimate moments?
Well,
I can't remember either.
I don't know. I'm fighting, like I'm skating a thin line of what was said to me, like in confidence, and what was said, like in.
Okay.
So
I withdraw the question.
I think that Ari answered that at some point during that.
Well, I think it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, no,
I can't see 500 people in the room right now. Hi, everybody.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like we should keep going, but I don't know. No, I don't know. Like before, like when me and Cody went live earlier, and I'm like, we kind of went through that fast. I'm like, I don't got really anything else to say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, everybody good in the chat? Any questions? Oh, Ashley wants Bolo. Yvonne said.
Bolo?
Yeah,
From Atlanta?
listen, there's enough Bolo to get around, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think we're good. I think let's call it a night because I'm starving.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're good. All right, so Sherelle, thank you for hopping on with me, and let's for the last tonight. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much, and for hanging out. I feel bad, like letting you guys go, but unless I bring out the banjo and start singing, I got nothing.
Yeah.
For you. So, everybody have a great night.
Bye, guys.
And I'll talk to you later.